Hello, and welcome to this HelloID Service Automation product release video for December 2020. HelloID Service Automation is a 100% born-in-the-cloud, easy-to-configure and maintain user provisioning solution. It helps organizations to fully automate their user lifecycle management in the network by connecting the HR or SIS as a source system. Every change in this source is detected and processed into the network. No more worries about stale user accounts, accumulation of licenses or access rights, manual user management, or compliancy issues. Please note that in this video, we will only show the new functionalities for the December 2020 release. Please go to docs.helloid.com or our YouTube channel for more videos. Let's get started. In this video, we'd like to start with a PowerPoint presentation and then demo the new functionalities for the December 2020 release. We have 3 new features in this release. The first item is API support for delegated form categories. Now you can manage the delegated form categories also from the API. Using the API, you can create, update, and delete delegated form categories. More information about this topic can be found in the API documentation on docs.helloid.com. The second item is a redesign of the end user portal. This new design has been made using the mobile-first approach. This means we have built a design for mobile phones first, then tablets, and finally desktop and laptop resolutions. Because the end-user portal is used both for access management and service automation, we will demonstrate both of them. The last new item of this release is Powershell data sources. This is a new type of data source in addition to the existing static and task data sources. With a PowerShell data source, we have also released a new service automation agent. Right now, the service automation agent only executes PowerShell scripts from the new PowerShell data sources. Let's demonstrate these new features. First, let's take a look at the redesign of the end user portal. We will start with the general items. On the left side, you'll find the new menu and the sub-menus for navigation. Below service automation, you will find self-service products and My Products. Below Management, you will find Managed Products and Managed Users. Data Management and Service Desk menus are still available. Below on the left menu, you can also find external links to other pages, for example, the Admin Portal, Provisioning, or our documentation. The left menu is also collapsible if you click on this icon. If you collapse the menu, you will have more space available for the page content itself. The notification menu is still available on top. If you click on this icon, the notification menu will pop up and you will have an overview of your notifications. The language selector and inbox have been moved to the user menu. If you click on the icon, you can find the inbox here, and further below, the language selector. The other items are still available in this menu. Now we will move over to the Applications page. The new design is focused on the layout of categories. On top, you will find the applications that are new or uncategorized. Further down below, you will find the user-defined categories. Categories can be reordered by using this icon to move them down or back up. You can even delete a category by clicking on this icon. If you want to add a new category, you can use the button Add Category on the top of this page. If you want to reorder the applications inside the category, you can use this drop-down menu to order them. For example, by name descending or change it back to name ascending. You can select one or multiple applications and move them to a new category. You can also delete them from the current category. You can also use the drag and drop functionality to move an application into another category. If you click on the configuration icon of an application, you can delete the stored credentials or enter new credentials. On top of this page, you will find the category selector to filter one or multiple categories, for example, favorites. And you will also find the search bar where you can search for specific applications such as Azure. Let's move over to Service Automation, Self-Service Products. A product overview is displayed using small or large cards. You can change this view by clicking on the corresponding icon on the top of this page. Now you will have larger icons, displayed like a list view. And if you click on the other icon, you'll get a grid view with smaller cards. You can also change the ordering of products by clicking on this menu here and changing the different Sort By option. Besides this, we still have the navigation buttons available. The navigation buttons are available on top of this page, but also on the bottom of the page. If you click on the navigation button, you will move over to a different page with products. You can also filter these products on one or multiple categories. On top, you will find a drop-down with all the available categories, and you can click on one of the categories to filter the products that match this category. Next to filtering on the category, you can filter on names as well by typing in the search bar, Adobe for example. Next, let's demonstrate the new Powershell data sources. We will add a new data source and call it Test Powershell. And we select the type Powershell. In the second screen, we can add the data source inputs. This is the same configuration that you used to use with task data sources. In this example, we will add a data source input with the key Search User. It's configurable in the form and it's required. We click on Add and go to the next page. On this page, you can paste your PowerShell script. There is no need to create a separate PowerShell task and connect the task to the data source that you used to do with the task data sources. You can just paste your PowerShell script into this window. Next to the PowerShell data source, we have created a new type of agent, Service Automation Agent. This new agent is only used to execute PowerShell scripts from the PowerShell data sources. This new agent also uses a new infrastructure with a lot of nice features, such as improved performance, but also support for native PowerShell functions. There's no need to call the custom HelloID functions in your PowerShell script anymore, like the HelloID write status or the HelloID add task result. We now support PowerShell native functions, which makes it much easier to run and test your script locally on your server and then copy and paste it into HelloID. For example, you can now use write information instead of HelloID write status. If you want to send data back to HelloID, you can now use write output instead of HelloID add task result. We also support write error in case you want to send an error message back to HelloID. We have also updated the variable name of data source inputs. It used to be form input. With the new data source, it had to be changed to data source. Now, let's execute the PowerShell script with the input of Jan. Click on the button Execute, and we will wait until the agent has processed the data. In the Receive Data overview, you will see the received data returned by the new Service Automation Agent. All the results are shown, but there is a maximum of 100 records. If there are more than 100 records, you will get an exclamation mark. You can see this here. Only the first 100 of 119 rows are shown. The log information is available as well, so all the information we write back to HelloID is shown in received logs, and a model definition is also available, like you used to have with the task data source. There is one more thing we'd like to mention. The requester variable is always available in the new PowerShell data source. There is no need to map this variable. For example, we can use it directly like this. Write information, $requester. If we execute the script, we will see in the receive logs as an information message with a complete user object. Let's demonstrate this new PowerShell data source in a real-life form. We will search again for the user Jan. The results are shown in a grid. The results come up quite fast, which is the result of the Service Automation Agent, which is using WebSockets instead of polling, so the data is received to HelloID much faster with less overhead. Even if we search for a large amount of accounts, the results are still shown really fast. If you do select an account, go to the second page. 3 new data sources are loaded, and these results are there super fast as well. Much faster compared to the task data source. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Please let us know if you have any additional questions. You can post your question in YouTube or send it to isupport@toolsforever.com. Please subscribe to our channel to receive frequent updates about improvements and changes in HelloID. Have a wonderful day.